All right, Shalom, Shalom. Let's get right to it. Let's give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem El Shad, I'm on to the apostle, brothers, and elders from Great Millstone. We're just going to get right to the lesson. He said, coldest time shall come. So we're going to get right into it and just move along. So let's get right into this video. I always go into this, make our great points and get to points of it and go with some scriptures and yeah. Let's see, do I got it on?
Hey, so I know you've been waiting for a shift in this market to jump.
All right, commercial. Yes, things kind of slow. Bear with me. Let me go way back.
Fill your stomachs and load your preps. We have a difficult week ahead of us with reports coming from economists and military strategists saying that a storm is rising. This one outlet from Bank of England is sending out a warning to all of its lenders that now is the time for each one of the lending institutions to brace for a severe economic storm. According to the bank reviewers, the world has darkened since the start of the year. Banks must now take the time to prepare their capital buffers so that they may weather the coming storm. The global economic outlook has deteriorated markedly. Global financial conditions as a whole have tightened significantly. This is Governor Andrew Bailey of the Bank of England. He told a news conference after the BOE published its half-yearly financial stability report, or the FSR. We are expected to decline in the coming quarters, warns the banks. Amid high volatility, liquidity conditions deteriorated even in unusually or usually high liquid markets such as U.S. Treasuries, gilts, and interest rate futures. The BOE is warning that we have difficult times ahead of us. It said core British markets, while still functional, have become more expensive to trade, while bid-ask spreads on short-dated gilts more than doubling compared with their 2021 average. These things will deteriorate further, especially if market volatility increases continually. Israel is right now saying that Iran has fully violated its nuclear agreement, and the world must prepare to respond for its transgressions. Israel is calling on the United States of America to lead a military posture against Iran, as we are continuing to see day after day reports of infrastructural and nuclear sabotage taking place in Iranian borders, possibly, most likely, from Israeli operatives. Protests in Ghana are breaking out due to soaring food prices, the cost of fuel.
So you see, man, the times that we are coming at with the title is said, "Perilous time shall come." So let's go with the scriptures. I always go into this. We make these references to tell you, perilous time shall come. So we only look for the hope for that. They're gonna take care of this. Isaiah 55:6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near." Right, call upon him while he is near. Isaiah 55:7 says, "Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him to our power, for he will abundant of pardon." Right, he will pardon. It says, "Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him for our power, for he will abundant pardon." For 8, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So, right. Isaiah 55:11, it says, "So shall my words be that going forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall purpose in the things which I sent it. Right, what I sent it. So let's move on. What else? I'm gonna go to. Let's go to Jeremiah. No, let me take Jeremiah. No, Ezekiel. Sorry. 3, verse 17. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee walking unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? Give the warning from me. Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked and turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die as iniquity, but his blood would I will call. But he that looks like me again. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 19. If thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked ways, he shall die in iniquity, but that had delivered thy soul, right? That had delivered thy soul. All right. What else I'm gonna get into? So, right. Let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6. Thou said the Lord, power and an evil, and only evil, behold, it's coming, right? Only, and it's again, Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thou said the Lord, power, a evil, and only evil, behold, is coming. Verse 6. And the end is coming, and it's coming. Watch for thee. It is coming, right? It is coming. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. Excuse me, that had blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitudes thereof. Right. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14, that had blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitudes thereof. Nope, don't want that right now. Let's move on. So, right, let's see what I'm gonna get. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 15. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near, and haste greater. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man should cry bitter, right? The mighty man should cry bitter. Verse 15. The day is a day of wrath, and a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasted and desolate, and a day of darkness and gloomy, a day of cloud and a thick darkness. All right, we did it again. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 15 said, the great day of the Lord is near. He is near, and haste greatly. Even the voice of the Lord, the mighty man should cry bitter. Right? The mighty man should cry bitter. What else I can get with that? Go to Matthew 24, verse 1. Matthew 24, verse 3. It said, and he sat upon the Mount Olivet, and the disciple came up to him. Probably said, tell us, what should those things be, and what should be the sign of thy coming, of the end of the world? Verse 4, and Yahweh shall answer, said to him, take heed that no man deceive you, right? Take heed that no man deceive. Let's go to Matthew 24, verse 21. For there shall be great tribulation, sure is not seen the beginning of this world to this time, nor ever shall be. Right, it's going to be great tribulation. Matthew 24, verse 42, it said, watch, therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord does come. Right, it said, watch. Matthew chapter 24, verse 42. It said, watch, therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord does come. Verse 44, it said, therefore be you also ready, for sure an hour you think not the Son of Man coming. All right. What else I got? Let me see. I get yeah. Always get into this. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. Let's get into the points of it. Get right into it. Say Romans 13, verse 11 again. We're going to read this. Romans 13, verse 11. And that known that time that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For near our salvation, near that we believe, right? It's high time to wake out of sleep. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast the work of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light, right? Let us put on the armor of light. Let's move on. Yeah, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14, I think. Yeah. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. No, was it 15? Yeah, it's 15. Yeah, see then that you walk circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeem the time because the days are evil, right? The days are evil. We did it again, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 again. It says, seeing then that you walk circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeem the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be you not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is, right? Understand what the will of the Lord is. Verse 18, and be not drunken with wine within an exercise, but be filled with the Spirit, right? Be filled with the Spirit. Yet again, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, redeem the time because the days are evil, right? What else? 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Just know also that in the last days, perilous time shall come. Right, in the last days, perilous time shall come. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Just know also that in the last days, perilous time shall come. Right, perilous times. No, we're gonna look up that word, perilous. Look up that word up. Okay, perilous. It say
dangerous.
What else? The cap for us. Hazardous. Risk of danger.
In danger of.
In danger of. What else? Okay. Difficult. Let me see. Parlous. Full of danger of certain. No. Full of danger or certain person of states of. I mean, man, but this is
Problematic.
automatic.
Insecure.
Insecure.
Uncertain.
Uncertain. So right. So
Perilous.
perilous, full of dangers or risks. Perilous, Joni. Yeah, man.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. So yeah, we go a couple more scriptures. If I got some. All right. What else I got? Let's go back up. So yeah, man, we had some dangerous times. So let's go to Proverbs chapter 14. No, hold on. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, chapter 33. Just gonna get some points of it. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. It said, But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safety, should be quiet of fear of evil. Right. We again Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safety, should be quiet from fearing of evil. Right. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. Verse I forget. Yeah. Proverbs chapter 14. I forget. No, let's see. I think this is not what I want. That's how I thought it was. So right, let me. That's all I thought was it. No, I want that. All right, let me get a couple more. Let me get like one more scripture because he was Let's go to Daniel 12 verse 10. Daniel 12 verse 10. He said Daniel 12 verse 10. He said many should be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked should do wicked, and of the wicked should understand, but the wise should understand. Right. But the wise should understand. Daniel 12 verse 10. It said many should be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked should do wicked, and none of the wise should understand. But I'm messing up. Just lucky for that. Daniel 12 verse 10 say many should be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked should do wicked, and none of the wicked should understand. But the wise should understand. Right? But the wise should understand. Let's go back to that. Right? But the wise should understand.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Like, how I customized this scarf. Check out this back. pack I made for Marco. Only pay for what you need.
Fill your stomachs and load your preps. We have a difficult week ahead of us with reports coming from economists and military strategists saying that a storm is rising. This one outlet from Bank of England is sending out a warning to all of its lenders that now is the time for each one of the lending institutions to brace for a severe economic storm. According to the bank reviewers, the world has darkened since the start of the year. Banks must now take the time to prepare their capital buffers so that they may weather the coming storm. The global economic outlook has deteriorated markedly. Global financial conditions as a whole have tightened significantly. This is Governor Andrew Bailey of the Bank of England. He told the news conference after the BOE published its half-yearly financial stability report, or the FSR. We are expected to decline in the coming quarters, warns the banks. Amid high volatility, liquidity conditions deteriorated even in unusually or usually high liquid markets such as U.S. Treasuries, gilts, and interest rate futures. The BOE is warning that we have difficult times ahead of us. It said core British markets, while still functional, have become more expensive to trade, while bid-ask spreads on short-dated gilts more than doubling compared with their 2021 average. These things will deteriorate further, especially if market volatility increases continually. Israel is right now saying that Iran has fully violated its nuclear agreement, and the world must prepare to respond for its transgressions. Israel is calling on the United States of America to lead a military posture against Iran as we are continuing to see day after day reports of infrastructural and nuclear sabotage taking place in Iranian borders, possibly, most likely, from Israeli operatives. Protests in Ghana are breaking out due to soaring food prices, the cost of fuel, and the high cost of living. Inflation there has surged to 27%. So now we've reached that point in this financial and worldwide crisis where you have different societies around our planet, each becoming, to varying degrees, upset. You have people saying that they can no longer take it anymore. You have people who are just having difficult times making ends meet. They're having a hard time just paying their bills. They can't put food on their table. They can't afford to go to work. There is no work in some cases. And then we have the Federal Reserve and other reporting agencies saying that look out for what's coming in the future because you're going to have unemployment and you're going to have an even widening gap of the haves and the have-nots. The German cabinet has approved a bill to enable energy company bailouts. And I'd like to say thank God for the fact that they're going to bail out companies while the people continue to go poor and they have no access to stable energy supplies. But the corporations will be okay, and so we should all applaud the market and its continued move forward. Hugh White, the former Australian Deputy Secretary for Strategy and for Intelligence, says that it makes no sense for Australia to bet our future, that is the future of Australia, on the United States of America's capacity to win a war with China. This is for primacy in East Asia. Quite simply, it's a war the U.S. has little chance of winning. You see, right now, the allies are choosing sides. This is a very difficult time for the United States of America because it has been a shield that has been able to buffer other countries to stand behind America, and that has brought allies toward the Western side, toward the NATO side, toward the Indo-Pacific grouping side. And now those days are changing. We have Turkey becoming a mediator. We have, Iran and other countries joining the BRICS, which is directly opposing the United States dollar. It's just a very, very difficult time for the United States of America. The director of foreign intelligence says that Russia is fighting for its historic future. And they say that this is an oxymoron that sums up the web of contradictions that are taking place behind this war. Speaking on that corporate energy bailout, we just heard that the German cabinet approved this bailout, and now they're saying that Germany will not pass these higher gas costs on to customers immediately. That's right. They're telling you right now they're going to just give your money to the corporations, whether you get that gas or not. But not yet. We're going to wait a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks to do that. The bond market sees a recession. The stock market sees a recession. The crude market sees a recession. The commodities market sees a recession. The housing market sees a recession. And yet still the Federal Reserve, week after week, says that there's no recession here. Goldman Sachs says that it is premature for oil to drop on recession concerns. And what they'd like you to do is instead don't hold off, don't pull back on your spending yet. They want you to wait a couple of months until they fill their coffers and better their positions for an economic decline. The U.S. chairman of Senate Foreign Relations Committee says that Iran should be held accountable for supporting terrorism and taking hostages as a lever of pressure. United States stealth fighters are arriving in South Korea amid tensions with North Korea. U.S. Air Force F-35 stealth fighters have arrived in South Korea to conduct flight operations alongside their South Korean counterparts. The aircraft are expected to fly with several others over South Korea and surrounding waterways. This is a quote. The familiarization and routine training flights will enhance the interoperability of the two air forces to perform and operate on and around the Korean peninsula. The aviation training is also an opportunity for the air crews to perform sustainment and maintenance duties to support the latest in military aircraft technology. In a separate statement, South Korea's
That's all I want to get on that. But yeah, so you see, I think I'm gonna close it out and see how much time I spend on that. Yeah, that's all. So yeah, man. Hey, perilous time shall come, man. So that's all I have right there. I'm gonna close it out. We're gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shah. That will honor to the apostles, brothers, and elders in great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom, shalom.